like the reality is that the reason people are struggling, to your point, the reason people are faking it is because people are not confident in who they are, which is a very real reality, and that's not a new thing. That has been a human truth forever. But the reality is you need to put out things that provide value, and they can come in a lot of shapes and sizes. There's people like myself who've built large audiences, and we can analyze that. I'll tell you who I'm really fascinated by. The people who are posting on a daily basis, who have very tiny audiences and enjoy it to no end. They enjoy it because they just want to share videos of them playing video games or cooking or things of that nature. This becomes a very simple game of why are you doing this? If you're doing it because you enjoy it and it is a hobby, no different than playing golf or sailing or skiing, you do it because you love the thing that you're putting out there and it's part of the process, you're gonna win. The problem is too many people want certain things and they want it fast. So now people are like, oh, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna become famous and get brand deals and I'm gonna be a millionaire in a week because I'm big on TikTok, and that's a disaster framework, right? A lot of other people spend their time on there trying to scare and hurt people because they themselves are scared and hurt, right? I tell people all the time, a lot of people are like, I can't post anymore. The negative comments crush me. And I ask them, I'm like, do you ever think about, instead of being upset for yourself, being compassionate to the person that's leaving that? If somebody takes time out of their day to come to your page and tell you you suck, their life is horrible. Don't feel bad for yourself, feel bad for them. So, for me, what I would tell everybody here is understand.
What do you do? Because people
I just want to do for the world.
Let's go.
Go ahead.
Something out
Yep.
there. You're like, hey, morning time.
Yep.
New York.
Yep.
It's like, hey, Gary, easy for you to say you're not dealing with this, or like, this is what's going on. Like, life's great for you. Like, and by the way,
I say,
nice hat. Like,
I say, I'm sorry you feel that way, but you know nothing about my life. You think you do. You don't know how I got here. You don't know what's actually happening. The biggest issue right now is America has fallen in love with pointing fingers. The second you get into thumbs, it gets real good. When people are accountable, the reason I have no judgment on anyone is because I know I don't actually know what's going on in their lives. You have no idea if their mom just called and said their father's terminally ill. You have no idea about anything. You think you know. You think you know, and it makes you feel good to judge because it's a micro release of what you're feeling. So for me, when people say easy for you, I'm like, first of all, honestly, I struggle to even get into you don't know me because I go into deep compassion of like, damn, you're gonna need to go there because you're not in a great place. I hope that gets better. I don't post content to get affirmation. I post content. At this point, I've come to realize I'm posting content because I feel guilty. I feel guilty that I had such a remarkable mother who built me up. And so I'm like, screw it. I'm gonna try to do for the world what my mom did for me. And if somebody's willing to listen, good.
So you're not sitting there going, hey, that video did well. Let's do more of that.
Well, that's interesting. This is where I get to win twice. I'm doing what I'm doing because of my life's journey, and I just said it. Over here, I'm running the most progressive, largest, fastest growing independent agency in the world. And so when I'm able to use the insights of the Garyvee content or the VFriends content or the WineText content to give us insights of the things that we need to bring to our Procter & Gamble or our Pepsi or our Ford client, I'm looking at the data not only because I want to do a better, when you're trying to do something good for the world, you want all 8 billion people to hear it. I want you all to hear it. So I'm looking at it to figure out the angles of what we call SOC, strategic organic content. Too many people post without any thought of what is required to make a post do well. What's the post-production? What time do you post it? What's the copy that supports it? What's the first 3 seconds of the video? What's the overlay image? So I don't think people are putting enough strategy into it. So yes, I am looking at that, but that's a little bit more to feed the operational beast and to give me an at-bat, the next video, to get as many people to hear it. Everybody's so crippled by decisions, but you never know how the other thing worked out. Let me give you an example. Let's say you don't go to college. and you start this business and you were 100% right and it's huge and you're doing so great, but because you did that, you had to fly to America for a big meeting and your plane crashed and you died. That would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or you think you're gonna go to college because it's a good experience and you'll meet people. You can meet people in a business. You're not gonna know. As some of you guys know, I famously passed on Uber twice, which means currently I missed out on $600 million. You could think that's a mistake, or if I would have invested in Uber, maybe I'd be somewhere else right now and picking up a disease that would kill me a year later. Baby, I think people overthink decisions. You'll never know what the alternative would have been. So just pick one and do it.
So you're saying that if I don't go to college, I won't be missing out on anything? Like,
No, I understand what you're asking, and everybody here thought it.
Because it's nice to have a safety, right? Like.
Yeah, I just don't think your degree is as safe as you think.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean that, and by the way, like, it's an important conversation. Parents grew up in an era where a degree was safe, but companies, guys, watch the world. The biggest companies in the world every day are stopping requiring college degrees. It's just not as valuable. So, but it might be, but for you, forget about a general concept. For you, maybe that degree would have been good. What I'm saying is, you're not gonna know. So choose, live, and then if it works out, great, and if it doesn't, adjust. Everybody thinks they can have the perfect decision. There is no perfect decision. There's just life. So pick and be happy with it.
Thank you so much, Gary. I love you.
I love you back.
Hi, Gary.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Tremendous.
Okay. Just a quick story. I actually applied for VaynerMedia. I followed your content for 5 years already, and
Thank you.
It's been amazing so far. So I applied for VaynerMedia like 4 years, so 1 year into watching your content.
Okay.
Tried for 2 years, didn't get any reply. I even tried for internship.
Yep.
I even tried for work for free, but I didn't get any replies. But all good. But my question is actually, how would you actually identify what are you actually doing right now is the right thing for you?
As a human?
As a human, as in a career?
Completely the same answer I just gave that young woman. You have no idea.
When would you know?
When you die.
Cool. Thanks.
You're welcome. Guys, and I know it's like fun and everything, but it's the truth. You don't know. Like there's no time machine, there's no future machine. We're all over analyzing everything. Like, how do you know? You don't. Like, this is why I keep trying to push people. The only thing that I know seems practical is, are you happy? Are you happy today? Feels like it's the right thing. Are you this is important. It's, you can't analyze. Like, I didn't know that starting a YouTube show for my wine business was gonna be the reason that I was gonna have a huge investing career. I couldn't see that. There's a million things I've done wrong. It's because I didn't do something that would have sent me somewhere else, but I have no idea. You don't know. You don't.